this is Ricardo Mixco, and I'm tuning into Combat Sports Coverage.
Hey, what's going on? This is Thomas Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. And on this edition, I'll be interviewing Ricardo Mixco over his upcoming featherweight title fight for Lion Fight 57, August 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, Ricardo, tell me how does it feel to be fighting for such a prestigious title and organization like Lion Fights?
It feels good, man. You know, I'm definitely very thankful to be fighting for a belt. You know, for Lion Fight. You know, which is a big promotion. It's just exciting, man. You know, we work hard, so I'm grateful that I have somewhere where I can showcase my hard work.
And for everyone that doesn't know, who and where do you train out of and with?
I train out of Lloyd Irvin MMA in Kent Springs, Maryland, under Jamal Hargrove.
Awesome, yeah, that's a great team, especially for MMA. I know he like Lloyd Irvin coaches a lot of MMA guys and UFC fighters. And is that something you've ever thought about maybe also crossing into, or no?
You know, that's the question I get a lot. Are you ever going to do MMA? You know, those kind of things. And I don't know, man. I feel like I'm comfortable. I'm good where I'm at. I enjoy striking. You know, I love fighting on the feet. You know, I'm not really a ground guy. You know, I'm not against it. You know, maybe down the line. But as of right now, you know, I got a goal that I'm focused on. So that's where I'm locked in at.
Definitely, yeah. So you're definitely going to keep your eyes kind of open, but you're definitely focused on Muay Thai right now and winning this title for Lion Fights. And since it is a title fight, what is the difference, you know, for you in training right now? Are you doing anything different leading into this fight?
As far as training, training does get a little bit more intense, more rounds, you know. But as far as like, outside of the training, everything's pretty much the same. I mean, the goal is always to go out there and win, you know, get a finish, whether it's a title fight or not. So, we just always work hard, man. We always work hard. If it's a title fight or if it's not a title fight, we always, you know, look to get the same outcome.
And for people that don't know, how many more rounds will you be fighting for with the title now? Since, a lot of my viewers mainly watch kickboxing and MMA. They don't realize that there's, more rounds with the Muay Thai. I was actually talking with my friends about it the other day, and he didn't understand. He didn't know that.
Yeah, so it'll still be 5 rounds, 5 3-minute rounds. Lion Fight does all their fights are 5 3-minute rounds. So that's why I like training. It doesn't really change because I always train for 5 rounds, whether it's, a 3-round fight or if it's a 5-round fight. But all my pro fights so far have been 5 rounds. Well, they were scheduled for 5 rounds, but I've been getting finishes. So.
And how do you see this fight playing out with your opponent, Victor? Do you see yourself winning by TKO, a knockout, or is this going to be an all-out war?
Man, I visualize myself finishing this fight, man. You know, I'm not into the whole war thing. You know, it's we train so hard. I see myself going out there and just getting this finish.
And let's say everything does go great for you, and you do get another finish, and you win this title. You're going to be in Las Vegas. What are you going to do to celebrate? Are you going to do anything crazy? You're going to go outrage, or are you just going to have some good meals?
Man, and the whole partying thing is cool, but the main focus right now is, like I said, getting the belt, getting the finish, and then to celebrate, man. I just need some food, we put ourselves through so much, like with dieting and basically not enjoying like the things that we have, I've missed out on a lot of family events, birthday parties, stuff like that, getting ready for the fight. So, food. So yeah, definitely getting a big feast out there somewhere after the fight to celebrate, and just eating up, man, and then just maybe get a couple drinks, but nothing too crazy.
And speaking of food and weight, how hard is it for you to make that featherweight limit?
It's not hard at all. I eat clean when leading up to the fight, so it's not hard at all. We don't really cut a lot of weight fight week. Like a lot of MMA guys cut over 20 pounds fight week. I try not to do that. I try to bring my weight down slowly but surely. That way, it's easier to cut the last few pounds.
And who is a fighter that you've always looked up to and inspired, like wanting to be like?
Mike Tyson, man. Yeah, that's ever since, even before I started training, even before I started fighting, I always liked Mike Tyson's style. I always liked sorry about that, I got a call there. I always liked the style. I always liked his mentality leading up to fights. So that's somebody who I really look up to as a fighter.
And you can definitely see it in your fighting style. You guys both throw heavy shots and always looking for the finish. So that's always awesome to see that,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then looking back on your amazing career so far, what is one of the most memorable moments for you inside the ring? It could be maybe a finish, or it could be maybe just hearing someone in the crowd saying something crazy.
As far as a memorable moment, it would be like just seeing my mom's reaction after my fights. Just making her proud. Making her, my mom and my dad proud. That's the best outcome. That's what I really enjoy out of all the hard work that we put in. That's like my main thing. Just seeing her happy and just seeing her, making her proud.
And how does it feel to be fighting back in Las Vegas? I know you've had a fight, maybe even a couple fights in Las Vegas before. How does it feel to be back in the city?
It's all right, man. I try not to focus a lot on like the location of the fight. I know Vegas is a big, it's a big fight capital of the world, and but I try not to let that get to my head. For the last fight, I did fight in Vegas, and it's just another day, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the ring with somebody, whether it's in Vegas, whether it's in New York, no matter where, So yeah, I try to just basically just focus on the fight, and then after the fight, then I'm like, oh damn, I'm in Vegas, like this is awesome, So
exactly. I always thought it would be an awesome place to fight at. It would be Vegas. I feel like that'd be a really cool event. So I like when fighters fight at Vegas. I'm always like, man, I bet that feels really cool. Flying in, knowing that you're about to go to war in the fight city of the world. And then, do you have any other hobbies outside of training and fighting?
As far as I just I enjoy working out. So I basically just, if I'm not training, I'm always running, or if I'm either going swimming or going hiking, that kind of thing. So just always something along the lines of staying busy, staying active.
And what's your favorite type of workout?
As far as like getting ready for a fight, or what do you mean?
Yeah, probably getting ready for a fight. Ready for a fight. What was probably your most favorite type of workout?
I actually enjoy going to the doing hill sprints, man. We go to this old ski resort out here in Maryland. It's we do our sprints there on weekends, and it's refreshing for me to be out there and being in the heat. Right now it's summertime, so it's hot, so I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's always nice to be getting outside and changing your atmosphere instead of always being in the gym and smashing bags and pads, to get out there and do something outside. I bet that is good for your mind and for training. And then, do you have any special shout outs to any training partners or sponsors?
As of right now, I want to give a shout out to my coach, Coach Jamal Hargrove. That's the guy who really puts his time into me, and who sharpens me up for my fights, and always make sure that he makes sure that we're ready for whatever's in front of us. So shout out to him. Shout out to my team at Team Lord Urban MMA. I got a couple guys fighting in the UFC. Actually, James Vick is fighting this week. Then we got Sadiq Yusuf fighting August 17th, and Shauna Dobson fighting as well on August 17th. So shout out to those guys competing. And my boy Peter Pettis fighting on PFL, I think next weekend. So shout out to those guys. Oh, also shout out to my teammate Alana Smith. She just fought on Shogun Fights out here in Baltimore. Got a first round TKO. She had a second left in the round, and she finished the fight. So in the first round. So big shout out to her for that. Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also love all those fighters you mentioned. They're all great fighters. I'll actually be at that San Antonio fight this upcoming weekend to watch that James Vick fight. So yeah, that's awesome. I'll be cheering for him too out there. And then,
nice.
And then, so thank you again for coming on the show and giving me some of your time. And then everyone needs to make sure to be tuning into Lion Fights 57 August 3rd to see Ricardo chasing his dream to get this featherweight title.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me on the show, man. I appreciate you reaching out and getting me on here.